Today we will be covering lesson 24-2 on adding polynomials. We will split this lesson into 6 separate sections. We will cover questions 1 to 2, example A, question 3, question 4 to 5, example B, and question 6 to 7. Notice that in the solar panels at the right, there are 4 squared or 16 cells. Each column has 4 cells. If a square solar panel with an unknown number of cells along the edge can be represented by x squared, how many cells would be in one column of the panel? So if we have x squared, how many cells would there be? Well, we know that the number of cells would be x and the number of columns would be the same because it is a square. So each column would contain x cells, as would each row. Next, a square solar panel with x rows and x columns can be represented by the algebra tile that looks like this. It is a big square and it represents x to the 2. A column of x cells that can be represented by using the x tile in a singular solar cell can be represented by using the +1 box. Next, suppose there were 3 square solar panels that each had x column and x rows. 2 columns with x cells and 3 singular solar cells. You could represent 3x squared plus 2x plus 3 using algebra tiles that look as such. A big square that has x squared, a big square that has x squared, a big square that has x squared, 2 long rectangles that have x only, and 3 small squares that all say +1 +1 +1. It says represent 2x squared minus 3x plus 2 using algebra tiles. Draw a picture of the representation below. It says the additive inverse of the x squared, x, and 1 algebra tiles can be represented with another color or the flip side of the tile. So we're going to draw this. We want 2 of these x squared boxes. So we're going to draw a big square that we're going to call x squared. I need 2 of these, so I'm going to draw a second one. Again, I have x squared. Here I've got negative 3x. So I need the rectangle, the long rectangle. But mine's not going to say positive x. It's actually going to say negative x. I'm going to have another one. This one is also going to say negative x. I'm going to have a third one because it says I got 3 of these. And this one is also going to say negative x. And what they're saying is usually your negative will be represented in a different color. So I'm actually going to highlight them green, representing the fact that these are indeed negative. Then I've got +2. So these would be the small single cells. And each one of these is going to say +1. as such. Take a moment to get our diagram picture copied and move on to the debriefing question for this section.